My name is Bernhard Ludwig. I'm the Global Solution Owner for Customs and Trade Compliance, also working as a solution architect for Fresenius Kabi, located in Germany, Bad Homburg. I have quite a long experience with the GTS system since 2008, to be more precise. In this role, I'm responsible for the design, definition, and also sometimes the implementation of IT solutions in that area of foreign trade and trade compliance, mainly in the GTS system, but also in the ECC or S4 system. My counterpart on business side is the business process owner, with whom I do quite frequently planning upcoming projects and activities. So the main driver for our GTS conversion project, of course, was somehow the technical need to switch to the new version due to the end of maintenance of the GTS 11 on end of 2025. But when thinking about, then we also realized that this is not only a challenge, but we can turn it into an opportunity, in order to use the new provided functions by SAP. Thinking about, for example, the intercompany LTSD exchange, which is quite important for us. Also, the benefit from the new Fiori Launchpad, where you can have a clear, tidy surface for the users, which is much more easier instead of having all those transaction codes in the legal menu, what we had before. Other advantages like the enterprise search. So these were the things that were main drivers for our project. So of course we also faced some challenges during the project, as well as in the business and in the operational area. I mean, on the operational side, you must imagine we have a globally used GTS system with 8 feeder systems. So we have a lot of users that needs to be trained. You need to plan the cutover weekend very extensively. There's a big training effort to get all the users being prepared for the new system. We needed to do a big bang, so we could not split up anything. It was a quite huge effort doing the cutover. And on business side, of course, you need to involve all the people, do also the training, need to communicate, inform all business people that they are aware of the project. And of course, you also need to convince them that the new version, the new system will be better for them, that they can benefit of all those features that will come. The process to look for a system integrator, for that we did, of course, an RFP process, and then we compared the provided offers and the services and costs and so on. And from the very beginning, ArchLynk somehow convinced us, because they provided some additional tools like the custom code readiness check. And in those personal communications, so we got the impression that ArchLynk might be the best partner we could choose for the project. Gave us the trust to choose ArchLynk as a system integrator. And I would say ArchLynk did not disappoint us. So they were quite flexible and supportive in the way of working. They understood immediately our needs, also our custom coding, for example, which was remediated by ArchLynk in a very good way, and sometimes even it was simplified, putting or taking some complexity from the project. And so we had very quickly a good, honest and trustful collaboration with the ArchLynk people. Also the expertise on the functional and technical side was very good for us. So concerning the lessons learned, I think we have to look on two sides, the the technical ones and maybe also those from the business perspective. So from the technical perspective, I would say you should not underestimate the total needed effort for the whole project. Yeah? So our project went more than a year, I would say, and it was just time enough. What is important from our point of view is you should have an up-to-date test environment, also related to the feeder system, not only the GTS system itself. The test data should be current and consistent. Then also it's very important to have a current state of the support package level. This was the thing we missed a little bit, and this brought us a little bit of additional activities during the go live, because we had to implement OSS nodes again and again. Moreover, I would recommend to have enough test conversions. We did quite a big number of test conversions, and with each conversion we had new findings and new learnings. So this was a big benefit for us to do those test conversions. And as usual in those projects, you need to test. Yeah? Not only in those areas where you expect more changes, like in the preferential area, but also in those areas where you might think there are no big changes. For example, Intrastat. This was also a point where we underestimated the changes and where we saw later some issues then. Yeah? So there were also some lessons learned from business perspective. Yeah? For example, you need to communicate very early. You need to involve all people, all stakeholders to the project. And of course, you need to involve the business when it comes to testing, especially in the authorization environment, or as in our case for the LTSD process, it was also very important to involve the business as early as possible into the project. Talking about the most important improvements with the new GTS edition on HANA version, I would say for us the most important thing is the usage of the possibility to exchange intercompany LTSDs, long-term vendor declarations, because we are as a globally acting company, we have many entities in different countries, and that's a feature which reduces the workload of the business in an enormous way. Another positive thing I would say is the new Fiori Launchpad as a tidy, clean desktop, let's say, with only those apps and tiles the user needs. Yeah? If you compare it with the legal menu in the old version, where you had many transactions on a place, and the users did not use all of them. So this is also another big improvement. And what our users also like is the new enterprise search, where you can freely search with all fields and expressions as you will like it. So for us, ArchLynk was one of the first companies that really came with a big expertise in the GTS area, not having only one or two people knowing GTS, but providing a whole team from the functional and technical side, being able to understand GTS requirements and to implement them. So in the past, we tried also with other big companies, but none of them were really able to give us the needed support in this GTS area. So when it comes to the question if we would choose ArchLynk again for the project, I would say yes. Yeah? So ArchLynk convinced us with the profound knowledge in the functional and technical area. Yeah? We had a good collaboration during the project. They understood our requirements. They were able to work and remediate our custom code and even simplify it. It was a collaboration at eye level, I would say, yeah? And also on the personal level, we could work very good together during this project. And for example, what is not always the case, our project was in a green status nearly all the time. We managed to finish it in budget and in time. So my experience with ArchLynk was really a positive one.